Howdy there, folks. This episode of Burning Daylight has been brought to you by Stetson Beef out of Fromberg, Montana. Stetson Ranches and Stetson Beef, they're a multi-generational ranch family looking to build something that'll last long into the future, be profitable and sustainable for many, many years to come. They're a diversified operation, focusing mostly on performance quarter horses and prime pasture to plate direct to consumer beef. They got some of the best quarter horses you can buy on the market, with bloodlines going all the way back to foundation bloodlines like Peppy Sandbanger, Zanpar Bar, Two-Eyed Jack, and Doc Bar, just to name a few. And they're breeding them back to some of the best studs out there. And they're bringing you a big, shapy, athletic horse with a lot of athletic ability and a really good mind to them. They're sturdy, heavy boned, and ready to go any which way you want to take them, no matter what the discipline, whether it be ranching, roping, Western pleasure, reining, any way you want to go. They're pretty versatile. Some of the best horses on the market. Their beef is truly outstanding. It is prime beef coming from registered Black Angus cows, bred back to registered Hereford bulls. That's giving you a Black Baldy cross calf that's going to really do well on feed. Not that it matters to you, except that it's going to bring you a well-marbled steak delivered right to your door for a low price. They got packages from whole beef down to an eighth or a quarter, and then they just started a new subscription program. It's 8 to 11 pounds of USDA prime beef delivered to your door, $125 a month. If you use the promo code Burning Daylight, or Move Your Ass, MOVEYERASS. Move Your Ass for the promo code. You'll get 20% off your first month. Quarters and eighth beef packages starting at $9.95 a pound, and you'll have to contact Jesse and Stetson Beef to talk about a full beef. But anyways, it's a great deal. Excellent beef, great horses, and some of the best people you'll ever meet. Check them out online, StetsonRanches.com, StetsonBeef.com, and follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Stetson Beef. Next up, we've got Loma Livestock, the best goddamn sale barn in North America. Coming to you every Monday with a sale, 10 a.m. Mountain Time there in Loma, Colorado, 1369 12 and a half Road. Starting at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, cows and singles, the weigh up stuff will start the sale. Feeders about 10 a.m. And if you can't make the sale in person, you can check it out live online, dvauction.com. Click on the Loma Livestock tab. You can watch it and you can bid right there from the comfort of your home or office or horseback, I suppose. However you want to do it. A good buddy, George, running the show, doing a hell of a good job. You got any questions or comments for him? Or if you'd like to consign, give him a holler, 970-858-9988. Make sure you go check out LomaLivestock.com for a market report and a schedule of events. And get a chance, follow him on Facebook and Instagram, Loma Livestock. Next up, we've got Ryan Erickson and Oxbar Custom Cowboy Gear. Ryan's working Cowboy. Also been making cowboy gear for about 25 years. He's out of Stanley, New Mexico. And he's making buckles, bits, spurs, shaps, chinks, headgear, harnesses, whatever. He can make it. And it's all really good stuff, built to last, and it looks sharp as hell. He is sponsor of the Fancy Loop Friday giveaway as well, contest. So we're down to the last round. Clayton Patrick and Weston Getz going head to head. That's our 1 and 2 seeds. Anyhow, we'll I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and announce them this Thursday at on the bull session. So the contest ends at 7:30 Pacific time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time this Thursday, the 18th. So the day after Patty's Day. We'll announce the winner and runner up. So we got the winner and the runner up going at it. So who's gonna win? I don't know, but winner takes home a set of spurs from Oxbar Custom Cowboy Gear. Runner up gets a pair of Hondas from Nick Lute and Nick Allen Lute braided or rawhide braiding. So. Anyways, go check Ryan out on Facebook and Instagram, Oxbar Custom Cowboy Gear. Finally, last but not least, we got the official boot maker of Burning Daylight, Houston Boot Company out of Virginia City, Nevada. Jake Houston's a good buddy of mine. Been making boots for about 4 or 5 years, and he's one of the best in the business. He may not say it, but I will. Hands down, the best pair of boots I've ever had on my feet. Just excellent quality, craftsmanship and customer service all the way around. They're handmade to order, measured, all that by hand. If you can't do it in person, which is preferable, he can send you a kit to get you measured. Anyhow, it's all, like I said, all handmade, the finest ingredients. You're not eating the damn thing. The finest, the finest leather and, just everything that he does is just top notch, excellent quality. If you'd like to talk to him, you can give him a holler, 775-315-3022. Make sure you go follow him on Instagram at Houston Boot Co. Jake Houston on Facebook. So thanks to all the sponsors, and make sure you go check him out. Tell him you heard about it on Burning Daylight. So let's get into the show.
Tall boy, I'm too drunk to drive. Here's my keys and a kiss on the cheek. Let's have some fun tonight. ZZ Top on the radio. She loves a sharp dressed man. Hand on my knee, she says to me, the stars in your pants. I don't know what true love is, but I hope it's something like this. She made me feel like I never felt, wild and ready to give in. And I don't want this night to end. No, I don't want lust to
Well, howdy there, Daylight Burners. Happy Saturday. Hope the week treated you all right. Hope the weekend is treating you well. Got a pretty good episode of the Bull Session. It's kind of thrown together. It's been a busy week for me this week. No excuses, play like a champion and all that good shit. But yeah, we've been receiving cattle and processing and shit. And yeah, spring run is upon us, and the weather is kind of starting to warm up. Trying to. It's teasing us anyways. But just a little update to the ad reads since I recorded them earlier this week. But we do have a winner of the Fantasy Loop Friday. Like I said, it's been a hellaciously busy week. So I'd meant to I forgot to announce it on the Bull Session, and then didn't get time to do it on Friday. So anyway, runner-up Weston Getz with a nice little heel shot. Gets a pair of Hondas from Nick Lute. And Clayton Patrick is the winner of the baby Chihuahuas from Ryan Erickson and Oxbar Custom Cowboy Gear. Congratulations, fella. Clayton had a nice little Del Viento loop, and apparently he's got a lot of friends to share it around for him. He got over 700 likes on every round. I guess there's 3 rounds. He got like 1,100 and something the first round, and then the second 2 rounds 700 and something apiece. So good work, buddy. And also congrats to Kyler Moe. He's a Patreon subscriber, winner of a pair of jeans from Branded Denim. So I haven't decided what I'll be treating y'all with on for the month of March, but we'll do a drawing here on April Fool's Day, or will we? I don't know. Anyhow, here's Jake Smith and Nick Lute for the weekly bull session. We went a little conspiracy diving.
So yeah, you got your catfish guys that are sitting around, getting up these big flats, big amounts of fish, and then you got the bass fishermen who are over there and like cutting trout line and stuff like that. So you pretty much they're the douchebags. There's the guys driving the big nasty Fords up there on the bank. That's kind of what they are.
Oh, I see. Huh. I never knew that bass fishing was a douchebag thing. That I don't know. That was, like I said, well, there wasn't a lot of fishing where I grew up. There was some catfish, and then like perch and bluegill, and some small, not very big largemouth bass.
Right. I think this Lake Rome, I think it holds either number 2 or number 3 state record right now. So I mean, there's people from Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Mississippi, a couple from Kansas. A bunch of Texas guys come over, but they pay money to come over here to try to catch one.
Huh. Well, what's a big bass there? Like a big largemouth. What's that run?
Probably over 9.5, 10 pounds.
It's a big fucking fish.
Yeah, we've got the catfish like the blues. So the flatheads that's the biggest. The biggest one we've caught so far is right around 58.
58-pound catfish. Did it get noodled?
Yep.
Huh.
No, that's an Alabama, Mississippi thing.
Oklahoma. There's some big fucking catfish in Oklahoma, apparently.
There's I think it's Red River Noodling or whatever. It used to be on TV. Like that's all they do is noodle, and they make tons of money off it because people come around and stick their hand in a catfish hole.
Yeah. I wonder how long it takes a catfish to get that big.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a catfish expert or any type of fish expert, really, if we're going to be honest. Yeah, I grew up a long way from water, so we didn't fuck around with fish. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, have you noticed that the fisher girls on Instagram, like the chicks in bikinis fishing, like that's a big thing. Like they all have like hundreds couple 100,000 followers. So. And some of them not even all that
selling whatever they're advertising.
Yeah, some of them not even all that hot. They're just like they got big fake tits, and then like they hold a fish, and then they've got like their neck gaiter on, and I guess that's to like hide the turkey neck or whatever. But they got like big fake titties, and then like 300,000 followers. Right. It's weird.
Right.
And you never actually see him catching
There
a
he
fish.
is.
But you see him like holding the fish. But you never see him actually catch it. What's up, Nick?
Oh, not much. I'm trying to fixate the camera here.
Have you seen the fishing hose on Instagram?
I'm nearly a married. Don't look at hoes on Instagram. My wife listens.
I'm not saying that you do, because I don't either. But if you go to search, like you just go to search somebody's name, the first thing that comes up on Discover for some reason on mine is like chicks in bikinis fishing. And I was telling Jake, some of them aren't even all that attractive, but they have fake tits and they hold a big fish. But I never see them actually fishing. Like they'll be holding a rod, and then they'll be holding the fish, but you never like catch a video of them reeling one in. Probably because if they did, like a tip would pop out, and then that's a Twitter deal. It's no longer an Instagram thing.
I bet they try to put the videos up, and then Instagram just takes them down. So
well, and then it'll like play the video right up to where the tip pops out, and they're like, oh
yeah,
follow me on OnlyFans, subscribe.
Yeah.
By the way, if you'd like to see some dong shots, it's the last time, probably one of the last times before Nick's a married man. So that'll be on patreon.com/burning daylight. Oh, that was a good
thing worth paying for.
Well, either way, you can still pay for it. We're not saying that's for you to decide if it's worth it.
Yeah. After you've put your $99 in. Feel bad about your payments.
Yeah, that is we are free market capitalists here. It is worth whatever you decide it's worth. So
wait, there's more.
Well, someday it's like on Game of Thrones, like the dragons are coming sometime. I've never watched that show, but that's what I hear. I watched the South Park synopsis of it.
I had seen somebody had taken a panoramic photo of like a joint and made it look extra long. And I need some good alone time at the house to figure that out. Purposes.
I think you might need a selfie stick for that, and like get one to where you can just like somehow like roll your wrist so it's all in like one smooth motion. Or
like Ron.
your lady walks in to like brush her hair or something. You got a tripod and a remote and just spread eagle trying to get a panorama shot of your dong. And you're like, it's for the Snap group, I swear.
That wouldn't make it any better.
Oh, dong shots for days.
Or he's not doing the wedding.
Oh, I can do your wedding pictures then. Oh, that's funny. What's has it warmed up much in the Great Plains?
It's been off and on. We got some rain last week, or I guess it'd be this week. It's been kind of a blur. But we got some rain and a couple of sunny days, and then today was kind of chilly.
Yeah.
Or a lot better.
Right on. What up in like the 60s or so?
It's been bouncing between the 40s and high 50s, mid 30s in the morning.
Nice. Yeah, it's we've been getting a little bit cooler than that, but about the same as far as temperature goes, I guess. Yeah, it's not nothing terrible, I suppose. Windy, been for here anyways. But the horses are really starting to shed off, so spring's pretty well here. I think. I pulled like a wet, like a full handful of wet hair off of my little yellow mare, like down by the girth the other day, and so like if she'd have been dry, that would have been, I'd say, a solid 3 handfuls of hair. You know, it was because it was at the end of the day all matted and shit. So
Yeah.
They're shedding pretty hard now.
Oh, fuck, I ain't rode in a fat minute. I've been riding around the pickup.
Cabin.
Off and on.
That's for sure.
It hasn't really hit full swing yet.
Shit, you guys were cabin kind of late then, huh?
Yeah, they were supposed to have already gone to it, but we've just kind of had 1 or 2 here and there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, most people are pretty well finishing up with heifers by now and like getting full swing into their cows.
Yeah, we've got some second calf heifers that are supposed to be fucking dropping them any day now.
Yeah,
we've had, I think, 4 out of those so far, and 1 got 8 by coyotes, and we had 1 this morning that the mama rolled over on it, so that was nice.
That's neat.
Yeah, good Angus cows.
Yeah, gotta love it. We got a bunch of balling calves, like 3-weight balling calves. Those are fun. It snowed it was pretty nice. It was cold, not super cold, but it was kind of cold. That day they came in after hours a little bit. Like they got the back step unloaded and getting ready to bring out the belly, and it started snowing. It snowed all night. It was wet, pretty wet snow too. So I just got them a real good start, you know, just really getting off on the right foot. But it looked like shit for a minute, but it was it turned out all right though. I thought maybe we were gonna have a wreck, but I think they're starting to line out. But little bitty shit, you know, they just weaned early. I don't know if they ran out of grass or water or what, but then we got a bunch of got 2 loads of Mexican steers last night. I think we got about 1,000 head of them coming in early, and then we'll probably, I don't know how many we're getting this summer, but it's nice. Something besides fucking spots.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I'm not a Holstein fan.
I'm not either, but man, it as far as work goes, it's pretty sweet gig. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's it's starting to feel like everything. I don't know if everybody was just like waiting on Texas to open back up, but now you're starting to see festivals opening up now and shit, and like I'm starting to get excited. Like finally, like it's fucking weird how just all of a sudden COVID is just going away, going away
on the downhill.
Yeah.
Not if you look at the news though.
No, not.
They find new places they call flare-ups and shit. And
I wonder how many, like, fast forward like 2 years from now, and they'll be like, do not go outside without your night helmet, your iron night helmet.
Yeah. How is Cuomo not in fucking prison yet?
Well, see, here's the thing. He's a Democrat, so he's a good guy. And
Fuck, between killing old people and raping assistants, I'm surprised he isn't like under the jail by now.
did they actually accuse him of rape this time?
I don't know. I think it was just sexual harassment, but I like to make everything sound worse.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand that.
I remember the Me Too era. Anything above like a sideways glance was the same as rape. So I thought we were still on that page.
Well, I think we are.
If you're Republican.
Yeah, or if you're to the right of Bernie Sanders, that makes you a Nazi and a rapist. Yes, a Nazi rapist.
That'd be
yeah.
terrible.
I think that's how that works. I think. Yeah, but and also, COVID was killing everybody until January 21st or whatever, and then it just like faded away into the distance.
Yeah,
it's funny, but hey, I think if we just wait long enough, the military is going to swoop in. Donald Trump will just go ahead and take over, continue his second term as president somehow.
I've got more hope in an asteroid hitting the Earth and killing
us all. 4 years, like you go from going, how the fuck did that goofy bastard get elected to president of the United States, to how the fuck did that goofy bastard become like the savior of mankind?
No shit.
Oh, wow.
I worked with a guy at my last job who was pretty religious, which I got nothing against religious people. Good for some folks.
Yeah.
But he told me, he was like, I believe Donald Trump is the greatest conservative spokesperson that we've had in the political world in a very long time. And I just had to sit and look at him like he was stupid, because break his heart.
Yeah, it's, man, but then it's just funny how like now the lefties are all sorts of upset because Joe Biden's not like super woke lefty. Well, I mean, he is in like platitudes, like, hey,
opposed
we care.
To Trump?
Yeah. Well, he's like, hey, we love trans people. Here's a general or something that we're gonna make, trans person. We're gonna make a general, so we're
gonna take this general and lop his dick off and give him some tits.
And then he can drop a non-binary drone bomb on Syria.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not even paid that much attention to it.
I hate to say it. It's like it's kind of boring now that Trump's out of office. It's like this is what politics should be. It should be boring, and but it also, like, you also realize that, like, what idiots these people are too. So like it just makes it's not only boring but depressing. And like it was pretty infuriating when Donald Trump was in office, but at least it was entertaining. Like he would at least have some pretty hilarious tweets. I loved it when he'd just go at random people that, like, he was just like he'd catch a random flashback of somebody who like cut in front of him in line or something and be like, oh, fuck that guy. Hadn't seen him in 10 years, and that guy's like, what the fuck did I do?
Doesn't even know.
Yeah. You got the president of the United States tweeting at you.
This dude's a prick.
Sad.
Man. I wish I could have been his personal assistant. So every time he had like his phone in hand and was getting ready to send some tweets, I'd be like, hang on, let me see that.
Yeah.
And if just batshit fucking crazy, I'd be like, post that shit now.
Yeah.
Hold of it.
Yeah, and just like, hey, Mr. President, remember that whole aliens deal that you were going to tweet? What was that again? Like, and it's like, this will save you time, sir. This will save you time. I will tweet word for word for you.
You just speak. I'll
now
put it out.
Tell me about the aliens. Actually, I don't care so much about the aliens. Like, I want to know who it was that killed Kennedy. Like, and it was somebody besides Oswald. And
it was a large group of people, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, I think Oswald was in on the action. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm not trying to steal any thunder from Lee Harvey, but I don't think
on it. Might have taken a couple shots. I doubt he hit him.
So you're saying that Lee Harvey Oswald is the George W. Bush of assassins?
Pretty much.
He got credit without actually doing anything?
Yep. Or he chickened out and probably didn't even pull the trigger.
Yeah. I wonder what... Can you imagine what it is like to be Lee Harvey Oswald? Just sure that the communist revolution was coming.
Oh, I imagine it'd be something similar to believing in Biden.
Well, or also believing that the military is actually in charge and that we're gonna redo this election here pretty soon.
Yeah, I think that would happened like, what is it, January 20th they have the inauguration. Yeah, I don't know, but Trump's playing that 4D chess. We're just not in.
Well, that internet censorship though's a motherfucker though, ain't it? Like, you haven't heard anything from Trump, and it's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of fucking weird.
Even before he was like completely out of office, they were shutting that shit down. Yeah,
well, like everything he tweeted had a flag on it, and it's shit's crazy, man. Well, like I was telling you though, like I was like, of all the episodes I wanted to promote, like I really wanted to promote the Black Raffle one, but I fucking can't. That's the weirdest thing is they can just be like, oh, you violated advertising policies. And you approved the ads. So, well, like, where are we at there?
Oh, they will accept no fault on their side.
No, that's yeah. Zach Sargent said it was Bush with a Beretta that got JFK.
Could be.
Well, no, we know it wasn't HW. It might have been another Bush, but HW called from, I believe, Lubbock. He called on the day of the assassination. That
conveniently
called in his friend as an anonymous tip. Well, it wasn't even anonymous. He had his name, date.
I thought he was giving a speech, like a campaign deal, and he called it off because he had gotten the news.
I've still got that book, but Family of Secrets. That's where I read all about it. But yeah, H.W. Bush probably had Kennedy killed. The whole thing with Ted Cruz's dad being a part of the Kennedy assassination, that's probably bullshit. HW, that's probably not. That is probably not.
He's got sneaky or snaky past that.
Yeah,
would be surprised.
Yeah. Have you come across any Zach, you might as well get in on this deal. Like, let's go down some conspiracy rabbit holes tonight.
I've only got like 22%. So we've got to fly through this.
All right.
We got to fast track this wild madness.
All right. Well, what's have you come across any good conspiracies lately?
Fuck no, all that stuff kind of got quiet after Trump got out of office.
Well, like there's still a few holdouts that really they really pretty sure that Trump's still president, but there's not many of those left. Even the diehards are starting to.
I would like to those in person.
That's a tough one to come back from. That's like drinking the Kool-Aid at Jonestown and somehow surviving, and then you're just like, you got to go back to the real world after that, and you're just like, well, see, I got to bang a bunch of chicks, and then the cult leader got to bang me too, but I got to bang a lot of chicks, and and like, it seemed like a good deal at the time.
I almost feel like that's more or less showing up to that party late and still drinking the punch.
Yeah.
Right. You're walking past the body and then you get the punch afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how dumb that is.
No, it's something. It's something else. But yeah, but then you also like they're reviving the whole Russiagate deal. Like now they're like Russia and Iran tried to hack the election, but like nothing.
Yeah, we know it wouldn't have helped Trump.
No, and but they once again they don't really offer any proof for it. They just say like intelligence agencies agree.
Yeah, very vague. I remember before it was no doubt they tried to help Trump, but now it's just like they were messing with the election. That's all we know.
Yeah.
We don't have proof. We have no sources. We just have a hunch.
Mm-hmm. I love the reporting that is spawned that the Trump era spawned. Like there was some article that Rose sent me, or she was reading it to me, and it was something about Melania Trump and it was like her friends or somebody ratted her out, but they said like according to sources familiar with her thinking. All right, so you're just pulling shit out of thin air and and just making up people to attribute it to. Like, I was like when I was talking to Daniele Bolelli, like you used to never or very rarely cite anonymous sources. Like, very rarely. And now they're just like, well, a source adjacent to the situation. Well, okay, what does that mean? Yeah, it's just like throw it out. Same yeah.
And you have 3 people, and he lives on the shit side of town and thinks he knows what's up.
Yeah, this source has heard of the person we're referring to. Basically, an expert. It's fucking wild, man.
Be a reporter nowadays on those flaky standards.
I know. I feel like I'm more of a journalist than most of the mainstream media, and yeah,
spell check and Microsoft Word, and I could do their job.
I like most of my historical quote memes are more accurate than a news story nowadays.
They're in line with the person's thinking.
Yeah, in line with the person's thing. I mean, but hey, they report they went ahead and published a retraction on that whole Capitol Hill riot. cop getting murdered with a fire extinguisher. They went ahead and printed a retraction after he got acquitted for the impeachment.
They never would have done that had he gone to prison and fried like bacon.
They would have waited until he died, and then they would have printed a retraction on like the 900th page. Yeah, they would have put it like, if I don't even know. Do they still print newspapers anymore? I've not seen it like other than like the local newspapers. I've not seen an actual newspaper in a while. But if they did print a retraction on that, it'd be like when you open up the newspaper and you got the halves here, it'd be on the back half, about halfway through, bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, like 3 sentences long.
No headline.
Yeah. No headline.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like the whole. Remember when they impeached Trump last year over Ukraine, something or other, and Hunter Biden, whatever. Then it turns out that Hunter Biden was under investigation the whole time, and like nobody said anything. Like they couldn't keep anything secret in the Trump administration, but nobody seemed to mention the whole Hunter Biden being under federal investigation while Trump was being impeached for
trying to investigate Hunter Biden.
Yeah, I mean, not totally unrelated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild how that works.
I remember all the Republican senators were trying to ask questions pertaining to Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
And Adam Schiff was like cutting the witness off and telling him, you can't fucking answer that. Or anything, figure out who the whistleblower was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Rand Paul held a press conference outside the hearing to talk about this whistleblower deal because they wouldn't let him ask the question during which I guess technically is like according to the rules of the Senate, that's during you're not allowed to speak. You're supposed to, you submit your question to the president of the meeting or whatever. But I don't know, the way the right wing media made it sound like they were censoring the Republican senators, which is kind of true. Technically it's true, but it's also like part of your oath that you agreed upon. So yeah, it's they hyped it up. But yeah, I listened to the whole, I think all but like an hour and a half of the second impeachment trial, because
I listened to the whole deal the first go round, and it was all fucking bullshit pretty much.
Yeah.
And so I sit through 5 minutes of the second one.
I listened to a little bit of the first one, and you could tell real early on they didn't have anything.
Yeah.
But of course, that was kind of an outrageous deal, and then fucking COVID hit, and then you're like that. Like people barely remember that Trump got impeached the first time, but I listened to the whole thing because I was like, they were trying to justify impeaching somebody not in office because they said it's not a criminal trial, but like, no, he is on trial for a crime. Like the Senate cannot sentence him to anything besides removal from office and disbarment, but you can't have the disbarment without the removal from office. And since he wasn't elected, so he's not in office, so you can't really impeach him. But anyway, I was interested to hear their whole, and then they're still calling it an insurrection. Well, I think they've kind of toned down on that a little bit, but as an insurrection, like that's a pretty heavy charge. Like insurrections like Whiskey Rebellion, where they tarred and feathered tax collectors, shot a couple of them.
I'm all for that.
I am too, but that was considered an insurrection, and yet so was the Capitol riot deal.
I mean, I could see where they would want to call it that, but I think they were just butthurt that.
Well, it got too close to home.
Showed up. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they had to duck for cover, and they were pretty scared.
Yeah, you remember when Trump sent federal agents in for security at that federal courthouse in Portland, and they were talking about sending in the Gestapo,
and they were kidnapping people off the streets.
Yeah, but you have the little deal at the Capitol, which chick died. Tragic, obviously. She kind of had it coming. I mean, she's trying to climb through a broken window with a bunch of cops pointing guns in her face.
Died anyway.
You might have stopped. I mean, anyhow, I'm not saying it wasn't good, but anyhow, but they, no National Guard in Portland or Seattle the whole summer, but you have that little deal, and they call in 25,000 National Guard. I mean,
and now they're going to be there for a while.
Yeah, they got a fucking wall around the Capitol because walls are immoral and whatnot. And until it's around the Capitol building. Out. Yeah. Yeah. I was listening to something that some interview with Gavin Newsom, and he's like, well, they really only got the recall signatures because a judge allowed them an extension. They really weren't even supposed to have that long to try and recall me. And a lot of them, they were from mail-in. They were mail-in signatures, which poses a big problem for fraud for some reason. All of a sudden.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I didn't hear anything about that in November.
Yeah, it's weird. Weird. Safest election ever. Just right after the worst, most hacked election ever. Weird. Fucking weird.
Oh, have you heard anything about Adam Schiff lately?
No. But I'm always up for a good Adam Schiff conspiracy. What's going on with him?
I'd seen an article the other day that was talking him up. Apparently they're having an election for like attorney general in California, and he's like their number one pick.
That's super. That fucking weasel. So Saskatchewan Brett was telling me that Bill Gates owns 1/2 of the Canadian railway system. Like there's two main companies, or maybe there's just one main company and he owns half of it. But I think there's two companies, and Bill Gates owns like the majority stake in one of them. And they've been very instrumental in blocking the Keystone XL pipeline. And because then all that oil has to be shipped on the train that Bill Gates owns. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I wonder how many of these big, like, green climate change people own like big shipping vessels, like especially like the oil tankers, and those barges.
I feel like anybody who is in like a political role, like senators and fucking all of them, I think all of their business interests should be public knowledge.
They should be.
And I bet you we have a hell of a lot straighter people in those jobs if they had to tell everybody where all their money came from.
Yeah. And so there was part of me that really agreed with the Democrats on Trump's tax deal. But at the same time, I was like, fuck it, it's his money. I don't care. And he is a little different scenario since he was a private sector guy up until 4 years ago. That makes a big difference. However, I think if you're running for public office, all that shit is public knowledge. And you divest your
public office for 40 years.
Yeah. Well, and if you are in public office, you divest yourself of all, like, that is your only source of income.
Yeah.
And yeah,
you don't get away with better trading now.
Yeah.
None of your stock market games.
You don't get to have your winery stay open while the rest of your state is shut down, Gavin Newsom.
No fucking fundraising dinners.
Yeah. Hey, it was a birthday party for a fundraiser, but hey, there's a difference.
Yeah. The party difference.
I haven't heard. I was listening to Rogan today, and they were talking about the flat Earth, and he was right. I haven't heard much on the flat Earthers lately, so that's a little disappointing.
I was listening to Rogan stand up today. God, that shit's good.
He is pretty good. Like, he's just listening to him on the podcast. Like, he's pretty funny, but he doesn't come across as quite that. Yeah, he's got a well-crafted stand-up. I mean, he's good. The reason he got.
Have you heard his Egypt bit?
I think so.
Oh, it's fucking great. There's another one I heard today. It's about big dick pills.
Yeah, I've heard that one. That was good. Bill Burr's stuff is.
Oh, Bill Burr's the shit.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I got Evan Hafer to go on a rant, which is fucking awesome, by the way.
I haven't got fucking listened to it yet.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, I listened live for a short time, and then I had to get back to fucking work.
Yeah, he went on a rant how how the left wing and the right wing tried to cancel him all within 72 hours. And he's like, guess what? I won, motherfuckers. Yeah. That was pretty awesome. I was pretty proud of that one. He, like, him and Bill Burr are like 1 and 1A as far as like the angry white guy rant. Those two can, like, they can tie one on.
Did you ever hear Bill Burr's Philly rant?
Yeah. Oh, he roasted him. He roasted him good. And then I loved the one that was, it's been a while since I think it was like in 2018 when he was getting interviewed with somebody, like some like morning, like Good Morning America or some shit like that. Which why would you have Bill Burr on any of those morning shows unless you're like morning radio, like Bob and Tom?
They don't know who he is.
I guess not, but it's like, oh, Bill Burr is seeing his name a lot in the numbers here lately. We'll have him on. They're like, ooh, he made some really, really not nice jokes about the Catholic Church. Don't you think it took it a little too far? And he's like,
don't you think they took it a little far?
Yeah, don't you think the Catholic Church took it a little bit too far? Yeah, that's awesome. It's like I remember, like, in college, I was getting ready to go to class, one of my morning classes, and I think it was like the Weather Channel or something, and it was, I don't think it was Bill Burr, but it was somebody along the same lines, and they had him on a morning show, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing there? And same thing, like, just didn't shut it off at all. Just like typical, just just angry comedian rant on morning TV. And you like watch the host and their face turns all white.
Bill Burr's got a pretty good podcast too.
Yeah, that's all he does is just rant.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of I haven't listened to his podcast in a while, but his ad reads are the best because he doesn't even try to make money. He's just like,
no,
what the fuck is this?
There was a whole 15-minute video on YouTube I watched the other day that was just him fucking making fun of some company that wanted him to do an ad read.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
I love when they
what bullshit are they selling?
I love when he like reads I've never like received an actual like ad copy, but apparently, you know, like they'll here's like what you have to read, and then they're like, insert your call to action here, all that. And so like he reads it word for word and then adds commentary as he goes. Yeah, or like when he does MeUndies, he has a little song for it. It's MeUndies, buy them for your fucking mom.
He had Uber guys at one point. He was like, Uber all the time. He said, I just love getting into strangers' cars who might murder me, who's not federally regulated in any way.
It is weird when you think about it like that, but then like if you take an Uber compared to a cab, fuck, I will take the Uber 10 times out of 10. It costs less, and most of the time the car's pretty nice.
Yeah. But as long as you get raped or murdered, it's usually a good ride.
Yeah. Wasn't there a string of like Uber murders here a while back? Like
I think that was on the East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like right after Uber got real big. And like, of course, like us out in the middle of nowhere, I still barely know how it works. Yeah,
I've heard of it. I've never seen an Uber.
I've used it here. I think I've used it 3 or 4 times in my life, and it was awesome. It's a good service, but yeah, it was like just starting to get big, and then apparently there was no background checks or anything for their drivers. All you had to have was a valid driver's license and a new enough car. And you could drive, and so like a couple people got shot, and they're like, "Oh, we might want to put a background check in. Might want to do some vetting."
I think there was a couple of rapes and
I think you're right.
A little bit of abduction in there.
Yeah, I think so. Just hold on just a second. Yeah, can you imagine like where did that had to start around San Francisco? I imagine it's a Silicon Valley company, but
probably
it had to have started in a college town, because you're just like, hey, you got a new car, you want to make some money?
Yeah, you need to pay for those $800 books.
Yeah, no shit. Do you is your name George Raftopoulos and you have $30,000 in parking fines? Want to sign up for Uber?
We can help you out.
Yeah, do you want to be a driver or a customer? Either way, we'll take it. Yeah, I think it's been like my junior and senior year, they started Ram Ride, which it was all a volunteer deal. And it's usually like the fraternity
waiting to happen.
Yeah, it was the fraternities and sororities that operated. So like each frat or sorority would rotate a weekend, and they just had a 15 passenger van that they drove to Old Town, and then they'd drop you off at a bus stop, basically. It was pretty handy at the time, but there was times where you'd have to wait like 4 hours in Old Town. Yeah. And it's like, after like hour 3, you're just like, probably could have been home by now. If I just walked. Just walked.
I am not the type of person that will just like walk across town.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I will if I have to, but I'm not a huge fan.
I'll be fighting mad the whole time if I have to. Like the truck breaks down and I have to walk like more than a block. I'm one mad motherfucker.
There is not much more of a helpless feeling than just being afoot.
Yeah.
Like, especially like if you didn't start afoot. Like whether you get bucked off or your vehicle breaks down, just like if you're a foot and you're not wanting to be like that's infuriating.
Events have led me to walk, and I'm not happy here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. Yeah, it's like I wish I would run you over if I had a fucking vehicle right now.
Fucking truck.
Oh.
I have run out of fuel before and had to walk several miles to go get fuel.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, and I was not a happy camper. It happened once. My buddy was driving, and he was like, I think we'll make it home and back to town. It's no problem. I was like, all right, whatever. Well, we ran out of diesel, and it was like mid-February.
Oh, yeah. The best time.
Yeah, so I had to walk
run out of diesel
to the fucking gas station, get diesel, walk a mile and a half back, and then prime the fucking filter because he fucking ran it empty. And all we had were a pair of like fucking channel lock pliers that were too small.
Oh, super.
Yeah, so that was a fucking joy of a day.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Just getting a diesel to start when it's cold anyways, but after you ran it all the way dry of diesel, oof. Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun one. Nebraska in February. Yeah.
I was not a happy camper.
Gross. Yeah, Nebraska's, it's just really not a very pleasant part of the world.
They got good scenery in the summer. At least in the western half.
Yeah, that's true.
But fucking winter sucks.
I was
everywhere, but it's pretty rough up there too.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast this morning. This journalist or something. He was from Nebraska originally, like from town of like 300.
Oh, where at?
Brainerd, maybe Brainerd, something like that.
Baird?
No, it was something. I want to say it was something Bernard, Brainerd, something like that.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. I'll send you the link to it later. But anyhow, he was, and I knew a little bit about Nebraska's like how they're set up politically, but they only have one house of legislature. Like they don't have a house and a senate. They just have the house. And when you vote for them in the election, they don't designate what party they're from either.
Sneaky bastards.
I kind of like that.
But do they give like detailed policies, or do they just like run it past you?
Well, I think they give like policy positions on the ballot or like sample ballot or something, but then like the party can still campaign for them. So you like who they are, but like on the ballot it doesn't. Like
people aren't just going Republican.
Yeah, and like a lot of those southern states, like Thad was saying, like they just have like the straight ticket voting. So you just click Republican at the top and it just votes Republican all the way down. You don't even have to look at who's running.
I don't like that.
No, but there's a lot of those southern states that are like that because, the whole Jim Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The damn racists.
Fucking racist. Bigots.
Goddamn white people.
Every one of you. Fucking honkies.
Oh.
Yeah. It's but hey, they're going back to segregation now. Like it's
yeah. They're so woke.
it's racist if you don't want to segregate.
I remember before the civil rights era, that was not the opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, and
they wanted segregation for very vastly different reasons.
Yeah, it had very little to do about safe spaces or appropriation or anything.
To them, it made safe spaces.
Yeah, I mean,
to an extent. As long as for white, it was safe.
Mm-hmm. Better not be Catholic, though.
By God.
Or Jewish. Protestant only. And make sure it's very white. Like, don't be olive skinned either.
White. Like that English white.
Yeah, I mean, like pasty and go one step lighter.
Nearly translucent. Like Sam. Minus
exactly. So all right, so Sam is basically translucent. Yeah, though we can agree on that. But he also grew up in Montana, now lives in Idaho. Like that makes sense. Where'd you go, Nick? Oh, Nick's gone. Damn it. Anyway, Sam McHugh lives up in the northern country. There's not a lot of sunlight, doesn't get a whole lot of melanin there, so it makes sense for him to be a pasty white guy. But in the South, where it's hot, it's muggy, closer to the equator, where it'd make more sense for you to have darker skin, seems to be a lot of pasty ass crackers in the South. That doesn't make much sense to me as to why that happened. I don't know. Anyhow, I think that'll do it for tonight since my amigo is gone. Anyhow, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll record a little something here in a minute for the Patreon subscribers. I had a request for some stuff, so I'll prepare some notes and I'll record it for you. But anyway, if you're not on Patreon, please go sign up. We got some cool stuff going on over there. And actually, I needed to announce. I'll do that here in a minute. But anyhow, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you back here next week. And move your ass. We're burning daylight.
She said, let's pull in and get a tall boy. I'm too drunk to drive. Here's my keys and a kiss on the cheek. Let's have some fun tonight. so downtown.